Allow the two it's okay. It's okay. Off your mind. It's okay. Off your mind.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don't off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go summer us call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar, just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say, make we off mind. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you lie down, yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Politico, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. This one not the off in mind, oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my ego, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my ego diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego diary politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This man not the off in mind. Oh, yeah, yeah. My ego don't come, oh, yeah, yeah. Aha. Now you not done here. All these bad politicians, then we call themselves politicians. When they thief our money, we no want to make the common man get what he supposed get for this country. And I never hear something. Now go hear one. My ego, you go show na paper. My ego diary political.
Hello there. Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. This is Mayegun live.
Glory Facebook, glory YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun
Gbogbo ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun dára sí.
Mayegun diary,
They want to frame Peter Obi up. They are going to start picking all of you who are obedient, that they have sort of recognized, named and penciled down in these coming days. Be ready. This is not rumor.
Mayegun diary political. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu.
Mayegun diary.
Share this broadcast, invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends. invite all of the Buharidins, the Buhari Didiris, the Buhari Dinotus, the Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, the Ungoziaris, the Unekaharis, the sophisticated morons and the humble slaves. Please, I beg of you to not forget the Lagos Abobakus, the Oshogbo Alimajiris, the all-risers, the crumb eaters, the crumb chasers. Tell them that Mayegun today, yes. Also, as Jara, we will give some reports on the result announced by the Mahmudu Haineki as well, including what is happening in Kano, Kaduna, Adamawa, Abia, Enugu. Tonight, share the broadcast. APC, Egbekegbe's Muslim tickets, and what it is going to be like. The example of that is what you saw in Lagos 2 days ago and up to this moment, where a state coordinated genocidal sort of operation will be carried out in Nigeria. It's going to be called cleansing when Tinubu is sworn in as your president. Again, please share these broadcasts. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o, ayé ẹ̀sùnra jù, òkúra olóṣèlú, ayé ẹ̀sùnra jù. So thank you very much for attending this sermon tonight. Depends on when you're watching this. So my greetings to you once again. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. If you have read the caption of this broadcast, and somehow you have no idea what this is all about, don't worry. I'll take you through that journey. Just follow me. Because of the importance of this broadcast and the message I want to pass along to you, across to you, I am going to maintain the best of the best decorum in passing them to you because they are so important. I can tell you this, free of charge, there is an ongoing attempt to poke the bear. There is a plan to set Peter Obi up, frame him up. And I will explain some of them to you. Yesterday, Tinubu's camp, they wrote the DSS. And they want the DSS to stop all the media houses in Nigeria from granting Peter Obi interview. Why? I'll tell you. Remember that they told you that if you have any grievances with them, and you don't like the way they are running Nigeria, go and start your own political party. Run for office. It's one man, one vote. If you can pull it off, then come and do what you said you would do. That sounded more like a challenge. Unfortunately for them, the young people in Nigeria, they picked up that challenge. And Peter Obi inherited their what? Their challenge. He said they are running through him. He said Nigerians are running for president through him. do not vote for me if because I am Igbo. Do not vote for me because I am a Christian. But because no Christian actually buys anything cheaper anywhere. Everything everyone is going through in Nigeria today, no one is actually spared because they are APC, PDP, or because they are Christian or Muslim, or because they are whatever description. It was the only person that said, do not vote for me because of this. Tinubu said, Emi lokan. And he said it to his followers, Yoruba lokan. It's our turn. Atiku said, the northern Nigeria should vote for a northerner that they can trust, because the north does not need a Milokon Yoruba president or Peter Obi Igbo president. Now, having pushed that propaganda for so long, right? APC, Egbekegbe, they have this craft that you need to understand if you really want to know what is going on in Nigeria now, right? APC is so kind of good in doing something and then gaslighting other people for it. For example, because the northern Nigeria Muslim fanatics, they told Tinubu that the north will not vote for him because they don't see him as Muslim enough. And if he needed their vote, he would need to pick a Muslim. A challenge that was thrown at him during their primaries. And he denied. Outrightly, he said, no, why would I choose a Muslim ticket in Nigeria? Nigeria is not ripe for that. There is evidence out there on social media if you probably want to check the internet. He denied. Then he turned around and picked a Muslim. Then the Christians, including Muslims and Nigerians, reacted. How could you do this? How could you be so insensitive? What could be so important about power that you wanted it at all cost, that you could actually do this? How could you do something that's going to pit Christians, Muslims, and everyone against one another, even without saying it? So they did it. Then they blamed Peter Obi. Remember, Tinubu is Yoruba. Atiku is Fulani. Tinubu is from Southwest. Abi? Atiku is from Northwest. Abi? Nobody actually identified or treat anybody supporting them as the way they treat those who are supporting Obi. To APC, if you are Igbo and you are supporting Tinubu, you are obedient Igbo. Yeah, you are a very, very loyal Igbo. Don't worry. We can do something for you later, okay? Just remain loyal, okay? But if you don't support Tinubu or APC, they don't just say you are an opposition who don't want them. They have to add extra propaganda like, oh, you are Igbo, you are supporting Obi. That is why you have been making mistakes, political mistakes in Nigeria. Igbos should learn how to integrate so that Nigeria can accept them. 63 years. Igbos should learn how to integrate so that the rest of Nigeria can accept them. Do you get that? Out of 63 years of Nigeria independence, Northern Nigeria has provided leaders from Northern Nigeria who have ruled Nigeria for over 48 years out of 63 years. And their record has been the brutish, the most corrupt, the most backward, and name it, the most bloody as well. But nobody ever will rise up and say, the Northern Nigeria, they have ruined their chances. They need to build bridges with the rest of Nigeria before they can lead Nigeria. Nobody accused them of that. Yorubas, have been in charge of Nigeria. Out of 63 years of Nigeria, Yoruba has been in charge of Nigeria for 11 years. Plus 3 months, 11 years, 3-4 months. Yorubas. Obasanjo served as Nigeria leader, a Yoruba man. Nobody has ever accused Yorubas of ruining their chances, and they should never produce the leadership of Nigeria ever again. But do you know where all of that ends and prejudices set in? An Igbo man said he wants to run for president. Everyone associated with him is now being gaslighted as a potential terrorist, even more dangerous than the terrorists that are killing and kidnapping people. Do you understand that? It is called social conditioning. And the stage to get Obi arrested started from the day he declared to run for president. They didn't see him coming. The entire political class in Eastern Nigeria, they publicly rejected him. They publicly denied him. They publicly ridiculed him. They laughed. They scorned him. In fact, they said it was a threat to the love that Eastern Nigeria is enjoying in Nigeria. An Igbo man is running for president. Yoruba man is running for president. Fulani man is running for president. Only that Igbo man is dangerous for Nigeria. And every propaganda around him is that he must be stopped. And everyone associated with him, they must be killed. Do you understand that? So whether you are their supporter or not, you have been fed enough propaganda that you are actually a walking time bomb, but you don't know. I will let you know tonight. They've gotten what they wanted, Abi. They wanted power. Now, how are they going to rule is the next challenge. They said if he felt rigged, he should go to court. And he said, okay, I'll go to court. Do you know that today makes it the 21 days allowed by law for anybody that disagrees with INEC announcement to go to court or tribunal? Today is day 21. And as at today, INEC in Nigeria has only given Peter Obi and other opposition, PDP and the rest, they've only given them access to 2 states information out of 36 states plus Abuja. It is deliberate. So Obi now appearing on TV saying the process that produced Tinubu is what he is challenging. They might have declared him winner. He didn't win. And they told him to go to court. He is on his way to court. And he will prove it that he didn't win. So behind the scene, they started mounting pressure. Somebody they declared Todo, but he is the most feared in their camp. They are not afraid of Atiku. Atiku, he is the most dreaded. They don't know what he can do. And in their camp, they believe that if by any means, it should call for national protest in Nigeria, all of the foreign mission in Nigeria, they will leave Nigeria in 24 hours. I am saying this to you, not because some of you are not living in your own world, especially those of you who have been fed with APC propaganda enough. So my message is not to reassure you or convince you, because a lot of you are telling yourselves, let him try it. Let him try it and we'll show him. You have no idea. Across Nigeria, it was so obvious that people actually rejected APC. But a lot of you believe that because they are incumbents, one, and at the same time, you expected them to actually rig, and they did, and to you. So let everybody go their separate way. But the obedient are not going away. What are you going to do about them? Let's see if we can talk to their leader. Tell him we are open for government of national unity. Now look at this. Look at this. A lot of you, despite the fact that you have been seeing videos of attacks on Igbos, where people are where thugs are going into Igbo people's homes, bringing them out to attack them, to kill them. Do you know that all this their 2023 election, 22 people were confirmed killed because they wanted to vote. 22 people, thugs and voters. 22 people killed for 2023 elections. So all those things you are reading, I was seeing thugs going into people's home with guns, police guiding them and protecting them. These are the groundwork for what is still to come. Here are the steps. They were asking him to drop his court case. After saying he is nothing, the obedient, they are just noisemakers. Sure, you get? They are not beyond social media. Okay? So when he became this threat, they said he should drop the case. Because of Obi, the real people that should have congratulated their Kolu, the real countries that should have congratulated Nigeria, they have heard on to their congratulation. In fact, a lot of them are planning on how to evacuate their citizens out of Nigeria. You know why? Because if APC should go ahead and poke the bear, they asked him to come for government of national unity. He said, no, you cannot undermine us, underestimate us, brutalize us, rig us, and lose, and at the same time, then enforce yourself on us and then start saying, Shebi is election, now let's move on. Election has come and gone. Let everybody move on. No, don't move on like that. That's not the way to move on. That's the usual way. Sure you get. But people died. Sure you get. People died now. And as we speak, they have already penned down a lot of you, including myself. Yeah, they've penned us down. If they see me for anywhere around Nigeria, Omo, pakutemu rabitini. Sure you get. They are already picking this. They are going to pick some of you up right now based on your social media footprint, supporting Obi and the rest. When he rejected that, Kolu said, when they asked Kolu, is it true that you are trying to form a government of national unity? He said, no. We need more than government of national unity. I am going to form a government of national competence. The way that is not competent, sick old demented man, is going to select competent. Immediately, Bokwari signed some bills into law. Did you read that? About 15 bills were signed into law by Bokwari a few days ago. One of them is a law to compel anybody that win presidential election in Nigeria to form their government, to form their cabinet before the swearing-in date. The way that didn't form his own cabinet for 7 months, 8 months, he has now made a law that anybody that win presidential election in Nigeria should form their cabinet 60 days before swearing in. These are the idea of saying, see, don't let us go to court, leave court. If it is for court, they can rig the court as well. But the problem is, how are they going to handle the aftermath of that? They have been hearing that the obedient and the rest of some of the people who are really angered, they are already grouping. And to test the water, remember when I told you that these guys that have been saying Lagos is no man's land, the majority of you have been reacting to. In fact, most of the reasons why you ended up having to say you want to save Yoruba land for APC, and you have now given them that power back. I told you that most of those things you saw on social media, and some of them you are still seeing right now, fake accounts opened by APC to ride the ethnic tension, the tribal division. Sure you get. Now, it worked for them then. But the problem now is that usually after election, everybody will just move on. But like say this Obi is not moving on. And he's not accepting all the entreaties that they are passing to him. Come now. Calm down, you see? At least you won that place now. Okay, you see? Your people are winning in that other place now. Let's come together and save Nigeria. And he kept telling them, to save Nigeria is to elect people rightly. That if you are rightly elected, this tension won't be. Sure you get? So, every time Obi appear on any media, all of them, they want to listen to what he has to say. Everything. So now that Tinubu have lost legitimacy, credibility, all over the world now, they are seeing them as impostors, riggers, murderers. Sure you get? And the more Obi appear on media, the more it damages everything about them, the more they are likely going to be called to do the right thing, and possibly, the worst case, a rerun, something that they have seen and tested. So what they have done now is that they are now going to put all of the blame of the failure of their charade. They are going to blame Obi and the obedient for ethnic division, tribal division, religious incitement, tribal incitement. The people that publicly, repeatedly are saying that, let this be the last time Igbos are going to interfere in a national election, Nigeria election, where Nigerians are supposed to participate, where Igbos are supposed to be Nigerians. The spokesperson, the head of the media for Tinubu's campaign, after they have been declared winner, he wrote this, a dog whistle. He said, let this be the last time Igbos will interfere in Lagos politics. Then they turned around and they said, Peter Obi has been using tribe, ethnic to divide Nigeria. Do you get what I mean when I said APC will do something and then they will direct it to the innocent people and ask you to blame them? Have you not noticed that? Right, it's called dog whistle. So what you saw in Lagos 2 days ago, and what you saw in Lagos on the 25th of February, everything documented. As they say, the internet will never forget. APC, Egbekegbe, used their tribal, divisive, bigoted politics to turn Yorubas into tribal bigots in Yoruba land, who are now not just asking the Igbos to go back to their region. They are going into homes to attack Igbos. But guess what? They have mobilized people on social media to begin to propagate and put all of this death and all that on the same man, so that whenever he appears on TV, they will say, speaking to the media is the reason why people are angry. Remember, obedient are not attacking anybody. They are not physically malhandling anybody. There is no video of them invading anybody's home for not supporting Obi. There is no evidence. Sure, you know. But the rhetorics you are going to be coming across on social media, including on your TV and radio in Nigeria, they are going to be about how Igbos are intolerant. Every fight, when they kill people, when they kill them in any part of Lagos, their media will say Igbos started it. How did they start it? Because they said Lagos is no man's land. Do you get that? Now, you begin to come to that because this is going to be the stage to then say, look at what Obi has caused. Then DSS will invite him. Then DSS will arrest him. And at that point, you can kiss Nigeria goodbye. Because the people that they are using to lie and propagate this change of narrative, even with what you have seen and you know, they are not stupid. You that will listen to them and begin to repeat what you read from them, you are the tool in their hand. But the problem now is this. The same set of people are saying, you better don't go and protest anything. Obi's family, they are enjoying their life. Election has come and gone. Don't go and die for Obi. Obi that is already going to be to collect due. They are paid to do that too. You begin to read things like that. In order to what? To tell you, to put that fear in you. Remember, that is exactly what APC represents. But despite the division that Nigeria has been subjected to right now, they are not giving up. I'll give you examples of this. When their leader, Bayo Ononuga, tweeted this dog whistle yesterday. Yeah? It didn't take long before they picked it up. You probably have seen or not messages from IDs like this. Look at this. Please let federal government cut food supply to the southeast, like Gowon did that time. Let's teach those LUP miscreants a small lesson. The same way hunger wiped their ancestors, make them taste them too. All of these subtle messages, they are government sponsored. You may think those who are tweeting this or posting these messages, they are stupid, they are ignorant. You'll be reacting to them. But these are government sponsored, APC sponsored messages. They are not random. Take a look at this. After all you witness in this their 2023 charade, read this. Peter Obi divided Nigeria by using fake religious leaders to preach hate and incite the people. The headless mob going about shouting Lagos is no man's land. Peter Obi is a calamity. He should never be allowed to come near our national politics again. Another one. Obi actually divided Nigeria with ethnicity and religious-based campaign, Sha. May we never see the likes of Obi in Nigeria politics again. All of these messages are not random. Oh. They are from government-paid people. You will see names. You will see Igbo names, Yoruba names, Hausa names. All of these messages are not random. I am telling you this, right? Peter Obi divided Nigeria with emotions. Ethnicity and religious-based campaign. May Peter never happen to Nigeria again. Read that line again. May Peter never happen to Nigeria again. Peter Obi is bad luck. Peter Obi is a liar. God forbid Peter Obi now and forevermore. Amen. They are not random. Okay? Here is another one. Peter Obi divided Nigeria with ethnicity and religious-based campaign. God forbid Peter Obi now and forever and evermore. They are not random. Here is another one. Now, if you think that they are just campaign, they are just some stupid people, they cannot divide Nigeria. Okay. Yeah. Maybe this will let you have an idea how the establishment really feel towards the obedience, and they blame Obi for it. You know that Ibano, senator, former governor of Enugu State, Chimaroke Nnamani, that I told you will be retired. From the report I have, before INEC would utter anything, some of us actually have seen some of the results that finally came out, that are real results. Different from the Bulaba, Balabulu result that they cooked up. Sure you get? And I could easily tell you, but the reason why I can't confidently tell you some certain things is that we are talking about Nigeria, okay? Where white can turn black, and everybody standing with you there will tell you that they never saw white, they only saw black deliberately. So sometimes you can actually let them shoot themselves, or when they are unable to change it. I told you what they did to them in Eastern Nigeria, the obedient. What they did to them in Niger Delta part of Nigeria, the obedient. It took a serious coordinated violence to stop their wave. But last, it still consumed the man they call the Eastern Nigeria's Kandu light. They usually kind of praise him that is the Eastern Nigeria shining light. Chimaroke Nnamani. Sorry guys for that blinking. I'll fix it. Chimaroke Nnamani is the former governor of Enugu State and is known to be one of the most violent politicians. In fact, he is acknowledged to have been the person that brought cultism into politics of Enugu State. in 1999. He's an American convicted criminal too, who perpetrated one fraud here and there before he ended up in Nigeria. A young man. In fact, he was probably the youngest governor in Nigeria in 1999. Then he became the most violent governor that ever passed through Enugu. So when he finished as governor,
Continue. 70 years old man. Charade. Is that you? Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Is that you?
Right. I am so sorry if the sound there just went off there. Guys, I'm so sorry. I was, let me know, by the way, before I continue, let me know if you can hear me now. Sorry about that. So sorry. I am having some little glitches here, but it will be handled. Kindly let me know if you can still hear me before I continue. Oh, I am so sorry. So a lot of people have actually, how long has it been that? I mean, been like that? That should be, oh no. I'm so sorry. No wonder I've been having a lot of calls here. Okay, don't worry. To everybody who stayed back, okay, I am going to take all of that again. Sure you get, because everything I said there, they were so important. I want to believe that you read everything, I mean, every, what do you call it? Every screenshot I put up, yeah? 7 minutes ago. Oh dear. I am so sorry, okay? Somehow I got this disconnection in a way. No. Okay. Now let's take it again. Okay, let's take it again. The former governor, a former governor in Nigeria, lost an election after calling the obedient on social media mob without heads. Now, he lost the elections to somebody that got introduced or somebody who replaced the candidate that got killed few days before the senatorial election, to the point that they had to extend it. Sorry guys, I am so sorry that actually break the cycle of that information. Okay, I will take just a minute break for everybody to relax so that you can indeed go on from there, because 7 minutes silence, that's, oh my God, that's so much. So please, let's take a break. Okay, we'll continue in a minute. I will repeat all that.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope. We are going to spend a lot of resources on education. We will work with you to build a Nigeria.
Anyway, so let's we've lost a lot of people who possibly feels like there's no point in listening if he's not reading the comments. So I know. Now let's take that again. What I said earlier, I was telling you about how they are setting the stage, okay, for the potential blame game that will then give them the reason to arrest Peter Obi. Now, I showed you earlier where, what do you call it? Where you saw some of this, you saw a pattern where the people that brought in Muslim tickets, the people that have been part and parcel of the destruction in Nigeria, where they decided to now gaslight the obedient, because the man that is running is an Igbo man, and he should be blamed for everything that the APC Egbekegbe is doing. Sure you get? Blame Peter Obi. Blame his supporters. When they are killed or attacked, blame them for being disrespectful. And say they are those who made people kill them. Now, the whole thing is degenerating. We all agree. But if you think they are supporters that are sharing some of these subtle messages, something like this, if you remember the first one I showed to you earlier, I don't know if you heard that. If you heard that part, I'll use it again. Like when you see messages like this, okay, the messages are not random, okay? They are messages sponsored by APC, Egbekegbe. And they are deliberately being released, okay, to set the stage and say, if you hear any crisis anywhere, where people are being attacked because they supported Obi or they suspected them to have supported Obi. So when you look at it, they'll say the Igbos caused it. Peter Obi is campaigning about ethnicity, even though the only people who have actually repeatedly campaigned on ethnicity and themselves have been Kolu and Atiku. But when you begin to see messages that are gaslighting the obedient, where they are being attacked or killed, they will say they caused it. Those messages are not random. They are not circumstantial. They are government sponsored. So that's when I now took you to Chimaroke Nnamani. Chimaroke Nnamani has been on a Twitter storm, a Twitter tantrum since morning. Then I said, if you want to understand how rattled the establishment in Nigeria is, at first they said, go and contest. Then, if you lose, go to court. But they don't want you to go to court. Then they will start the pressure of, why are you going to court? Let's forget it. Let's move on. So if you fail to do that, then they can then begin the process of incitement here and there. Likes of Festus Sotobukeyamo, likes of Bayo Nonuga, Dele Alake, for Food Kayode, they can continue to blame the obedient for a reason, gaslight them so that they can get killed and still get blamed for anything that happens in Nigeria. Because Obi is not going to agree to whatever they are asking him to do. Now, the danger of all of this is that it is like poking a bear. Whatever you see, you should get. I mean, whatever you see, you will get. So to show to you how rattled the establishment is, Chimaroke Nnamani, who said the obedient who wanted to dethrone him, they should try if they can. The first person that was running against him was killed just about 2 days before election, February 2023. He was assassinated with 4 other people. Now, that made INEC Nigeria to postpone the election to 2 days ago. Now, 2 weeks ago, finally they picked his brother, the brother of the real candidate, as the candidate to challenge Chimaroke Nnamani, the man that is acclaimed to have been the one that brought notoriety, cultism into the politics of Enugu in 1999. The terror that people in Enugu actually, they are so scared of. Sure you get? So finally, he got retired. But guess who he blamed for his electoral loss? And guess what he is up to? He blamed Peter Obi for his electoral loss. That was the part I was sharing with you, the screenshot of the reaction of Chimaroke. Chimaroke Nnamani woke up this morning after all effort to change the results, to save himself from the shame and the challenge he put forward to these young people in Enugu. He woke up and he started suing a Twitter thread. He started blaming Peter Obi. Now, it didn't just blame him, okay? I want you to pay attention to the words. I'm going to read them again. Sorry. I was reading them when I was muted earlier, no audio and all that. I really apologize for that interruption. It is like you are in vibes, you are moving on, you are getting into the message. Then suddenly the sound was off. Now let's read this. It said Peter Gregory Obi has set the Igbos political trajectory 24 years back because they retired a 24 years kleptomaniac, dangerous Igbo politician. So he blamed Obi. He said Obi used Christians, right? Which he didn't. He lied, right? Then he went on to gaslight the Igbos across Nigeria, right? by saying that the Obi's message has made the Igbos all over Nigeria who accepted his message to become like him, divisive, blah, 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 blah. Then he blamed the other politicians like him, that have also failed the people, not doing something, allowing Obi and his message to get to the people so that they retired him. So this was what I was sharing earlier, okay? You see all of this, gaslighting the Igbos, making the obedient movement to appear like it was Igbo movement. And because it's Igbo movement, it is dangerous to Nigeria, and Nigeria must do something. So they have successfully divided Nigeria in 7 years. Now, they have finally set the stage for the burial of Nigeria. Because even at this, despite winning, they no get peace. Peace no day. They have now commissioned other people to begin to also start planting divisive, vile messages that will make you turn around and say, Obi want to destroy Nigeria, for asking that the INEC should prove that if Tinubu won, and then they told him to go to court by doing exactly what they told him to do. They can't wait for whatever the court is going to say. And he is not accepting their government of national unity. And they have done everything to make you believe that if there is any Christian-Muslim fight today, now Obi Kosam, because Obi made you to reject Muslim tickets. So for rejecting Muslim tickets, if Christians and Muslims are fighting today, it's because Obi made you reject that. The politicians who have comfortably felt like they are untouchable, now they are losing. They are turning it into, if Nigeria or Nigerians react to the rigged election, if Nigerians should go out there and protest, they are not Nigerians. They are protesting because they are Igbos. Or they are Igbos who have also brainwashed other non-Igbos. And all of this is caused by Peter Obi. So, for you to know something, let me give you an idea what this is going to be like. How they have now started setting the stage. We are on our way to Rwanda. Rwanda, Hutus, Tutsis, the Twi, Tutsis, Hutus. When the Rwanda genocide started, in the 90s, within 100 days, they have slaughtered over 500,000 people. Within 150 days, they have slaughtered over 1 million people. How did they do it? There was no gun. There were no guns. Were they planning it? Were they already plotting this attack? How did they coordinate it? How did people who had no guns killed over 1 million people? I'll tell you. This was how. Somebody who experienced this during the election in Lagos said, Antibose, you that make my hair, I share my food with you while you make my hair. I give you extra money for your kids after I pay for your service. But on Saturday, you pointed at me to the thugs, saying, Omo Igbo, you stood and watched them flog me. Somebody posted this. Another person shared this experience. One of my kinsmen was killed because he was tagged Igbo. His friend pointed at him. I had chills run down my spine. He spoke Yoruba, but the friend kept insisting he's Igbo. Not until he was called his name. Haniedi. All Southerners are Igbo. I am still scared. I can't even look at my fiancé again because he stylishly calls me an Igbo girl. That means it will someday give me up. I am so hot. There are thousands, if not millions of people who are like that person. How did the Hutus and Tutsis, how did they kill themselves? How did they kill 1 million of themselves in a space of 200 days? 200 days is like 6 months or 7 months, Abi? Without guns. They killed themselves because the politicians in Rwanda who have been like, who became powerful at the time based on their tribal, religious rhetorics that riled the citizens and using them to attack themselves, at the same time calling oppositions who disagrees as enemies. And people were told you could use anything to kill your enemies. If you have a slippers or a shoe, you can kill a cockroach. Abi? You can kill a fly. So if you have a cutlass or a stick, you can kill an infidel. You can kill your enemy. You can kill an Igbo. So if in Nigeria where they have problem of small arms proliferation or something, where illegal arms and weapons are in massive circulation in Nigeria, majority of them bought and supplied by politicians themselves to their different political thugs. Now imagine what it's going to be like in 100 days when the rhetorics that APC, Egbekegbe, are pushing now to force Peter Obi to congratulate Tinubu, or the Igbos will be shown the way. Why don't you just start, instead of unleashing the propaganda that will actually claim lives, why don't you all unleash the propaganda that will make it easier for the Eastern region to conduct a referendum and they can go separately without any fight? So, messages like this are not subtle, okay? Because when you see messages like this on social media, under them, you are going to see hundreds, if not thousands of retweets, share, of people who agree with them. Because as we speak, I am actually happy to announce to you that after my broadcast last night, based on my other broadcasts, I would say, there has been an immense, sort of improvement in the conversation, of the Igbos who are outside Igbo land in relocating their businesses, their investments, and pulling their resources together as well, okay, to go back to Eastern Nigeria and begin to push for the referendum that we finally free the Eastern Nigeria from this generational hatred, divisive country, and everything that APC, Egbekegbe, represents. I am happy to say that to you. But you see, when you see messages like this on social media, they are not random. Like I said, I don't know if you heard that part or you missed that part, okay? But I'm going to repeat them because I actually deliver some very important messages there. When you come across messages like this, they are not random. They are government-sponsored. Okay? They have WhatsApp groups where all of these things are being planned and plotted. They will kill Igbos and they will kill people that look like Igbos. Everybody that is non-Yoruba is not safe in the Nigeria that Tinubu is coming to lead, and Shetima. For those who know Shetima very well and his own disdain for the Igbos, if you have nothing to worry about before, I implore you to worry for that your beautiful Nigeria. APC will set it on smoke, on fire, and when it starts burning, even all of you, their supporters, you will not be spared. So if you want to know how and How is it possible for people without guns to kill over 1 million people in 200 days? In Rwanda, the messages like this. There was no social media. Okay? There was no social media. They are already calling some Yorubas, outcast Yorubas. That's why I said they will start what they call cleansing. Okay? Cleansing of the real blood. Apart from doing everything to kill more Igbos in the coming days and months, I don't wish for it. And indeed, it will trigger what is going to be a civil war in Nigeria. Again, I don't pray for it. But your politicians are working so tirelessly to burn down Nigeria even further. Okay? So, they are setting the stage. They have WhatsApp groups. When you see them repeating the same thing, where are you? The Igbo said the Yoruba is no man's land. Then you say, okay, now that you have won, now that you have claimed that Yoruba, you've proved that Yoruba is Yoruba man's land. Why then are you going after them? Why are you going to go after their economy? Why are you going to go after their lives? Because their politicians have told them that if they don't finish them once and for all, if you don't finish the Igbos once and for all, they will come back again and try this again. And if they try it again, they may win. But ladies and gentlemen, what exactly is the sin of the Igbos? Nigeria independence is going to be 63 years. Nigeria is 63 years old. Out of that 63 years, the northern part of Nigeria has ruled Nigeria for over 40 years. The western part of Nigeria ruled Nigeria for over 11 years. The eastern part of Nigeria, they have never, for any reason, been in charge of Nigeria. But guess what? Nobody feels like as damaged and divided as Nigeria has become, as corrupt and as poor as Nigeria has become, no one feels like those people who represented under Nigeria for 40 years destroying Nigeria, they have ruined the chances of the northern people from ruling Nigeria. Nobody says that. Nobody says Yorubas have ruined their chances of ruling Nigeria. Having ruled Nigeria for 11 years and contributed to the destruction of Nigeria to this point, nobody is saying that Yorubas have lost their chances. Nobody should trust Yoruba again. But the Igbos that have never been in charge of Nigeria, they say they are the problems of Nigeria. They are so arrogant. They want to take over everything. They want to rule everybody. 63 years of Nigeria's existence. They say they are the most dangerous. Guess who are those who are sharing those? The government and their sponsor. So they are not random. A lot of you have been fed these messages. You believe them. The fear they want you to fear, you fear them. Even though the last 24 years has been ruled, managed, rigged, looted, 100% by Yorubas. Yorubas have been in charge of the Yorubas region in the last 24 years. Yorubas have been Yoruba governors. Yorubas have been Yoruba deputy governors. Yorubas have been speakers of House of Assemblies in Yoruba land. Yorubas have been the lawmakers in Yoruba land. The people that are representing Yorubas in Abuja are more than 80% Yorubas. But guess what? Our problems are the Igbos. They said the Igbos are not united. They said that the Igbos politicians, they rejected Obi because they know him. They said that he stood no chance. If they've rejected him in Eastern Nigeria, then he stood no chance. Then the wave of disobedience swept through the East. Now the Eastern politicians, they are blaming Obi. And in the process, they are agreeing with the people who are gaslighting the Igbos. So, Tinubu now ask that the DSS must stop Obi from granting interview, from going everywhere to say Tinubu did not win, because everything he's doing has made their stolen election illegitimate. Remember the other day they were shouting that America President Joe Biden should pick up the phone and call and congratulate Kalu. Today in Nigeria, as it's been obvious that nobody wanted APC, they forced themselves on Nigerians and they're going to unleash more terror on you, which means they won't be able to govern Nigeria. There will never be any peace anywhere. The injustice is the reason why you have agitation everywhere. Injustice, unfairness. And that's exactly what APC, represents. Having done this and these damages, they don't even think they've done anything. So they are now doubling down. They want you to be like this so that we can have our own Rwanda. Your neighbors who are non-Yorubas or who are Yorubas that are not supporting APC, once Tinubu become your president, you will be open to what do you call it? Constant danger. Now, them in Rwanda, they said it was neighbor. They were pointing at neighbors. Let's go. I know this man. He works in my office. He lives down the road. Let us go to his house. He has two wives. He has one wife. He has 2 kids. Let's go there. That's how people without guns. That's how they killed over 1 million people in 200 days. Do you get that? So just imagine when they will start pointing at you and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, APC, they will turn everybody that feed on their propaganda, they will turn them to a walking time bomb, so that you will have to go beyond using Twitter, using social media. You can begin to profile the people. As we speak, they have started arresting some of the vocal Peter Obi obedient supporters. There's a young man called Shoot. I think it's called Shoot or so. Soludump ordered his arrest. Soludump came to public and deny, only for us to find out that he was actually the one behind it, simply because the guy tweeted that it was during Umba Dinuju's time that he last saw people stealing ballot boxes. No, all thanks to Soludo. Abga thugs are now stealing ballot boxes. Guess what happened? Interpol from Abuja, Zoom to Oka in Anambra. They picked the guy up, and immediately they put it on social media that they arrested him for cybercrime, international cybercrime. That's why they arrested him. Only for us to find out that it was actually Soludo, still shameless politicians. So that should, and many other people that they are still going to arrest, will eventually lead to pocket of protest here and there. And they then, as expected, they will blame Peter Obi. All just to achieve one thing: arrest him. If he's not going to stop these people from saying Tinubu stole their votes, if he's not going to stop them, arrest him. And the media in Nigeria, you are going to witness what you have never seen before. They will walk straight into your studio on a live broadcast or on a live program, and they will arrest you on camera. You are about to witness something you've never seen before. You are about to witness the beginning of the confirmation of the breakup of Nigeria. It's long overdue. It seems impossible. It seems that it will never happen. But with APC, anything and everything is possible. Now, let's take a beat. Somebody who is a very, very, I believe, an ardent disciple of this temple took our message from this temple to the media in Nigeria, right? Where she told them, you all saw what is going on. You all saw what happened. You want to legitimize fraud, violence, and then a discrimination. And you didn't stop there. You begin to profile people that will kill so as to make sure that nobody will dare you by the time you are done with everybody. Yorubas are being profiled because they look like Igbo. A lot of you, do you know something? Let me tell you something. It's so sad, though. This is very sad, though. In one of the places where they rejected people from voting in Lagos, do you know one of the reasons why? A Yoruba man and a Yoruba woman, they went to vote. When they got to the polling unit, the thugs said they can't enter. What do you mean? We are Yorubas. What do you mean that we can't enter? No, you can't enter. You don't look like Yoruba. But you know me now. You. What do you mean by I don't look like Yoruba? No, you don't look like Yoruba. I beg, come up for here. Emi ojo Yoruba. Ṣé Yoruba kọ́ ni mo ń sọ ẹni ṣó o mọ̀ mi ní ìjọ́ tó máa ní di Yoruba for real o. Wàá wá mi wá o. No. Then the next thing they said, it is because of the way they look. That they look too clean. They smell too nice. They look so good that they can't be Yoruba. Omo, ujamilaraje. That's how mad Tinubu and his dogs have become now. Even Yorubas are not going to be safe. Because according to them, they have to cleanse Yoruba land too. That this Obi, those who support them in Yoruba land, they have been contaminated. Their blood has been contaminated. They will cleanse them too. They just need one reason. They just need one excuse. They just need something so that they can come out and kill you. Then they will blame you. Why would you kill this person? I don't like the way they killed them. But now them cause them now. What did they do? Don't you hear that they always say that Yoruba land is not Lagos is no man's land. Who will accept that? They don't even sell land to anybody in Anambra. They will never sell any land to you in the east. But they will go to other people's places. They will be saying it's no man's land. Is that why you kill them? And now to warn everybody, to send message to everybody. That's why. You have killed 22 people. Other people say we learn. Let them go back to the east. Let them go back to where they come from. They will blame you. They will say it's because you make them kill you. I know, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? But this lady, if you are watching me tonight, God will help me bless you. Sokwa me, Mami.
Hello, Sheriff.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Jack calling back again.
Yeah, your call dropped out.
Okay, my question was, then was that, INEC, when they saw all these things that happened, at least Lagos where I reside,
Right.
it's not enough for them to actually cancel this election. It's not enough. They suppressed the voter. People were flogged. People were profiled. It's not enough for Mahmoud to actually cancel the election. God bless my group that I listened to, a YouTuber. The guy said that after this election, after this ethnicity that this television have sold into Nigerians, they will go after the media houses. And that's the next line. So you people now are the ones that are going to face. You have watching whatever people are commenting, whatever people are saying, and start finding people, and so many things are going to happen. Just watch and see what's going to happen in the coming months to come. I just hope that Mahmoud is sleeping with his two eyes closed, and his conscience is telling that what he did to Nigerians is actually the right thing to do. For me, Lagos state election should be cancelled. This is not an election. I will not going to focus at this. So only because he doesn't want it, he didn't even get this with the of the people. If they are sure.
Again, God will bless you, ma'am. If you are watching tonight, you are a good student of the temple. We don't wish evil. We don't wish anything to happen. But they are going to happen because the actions of these criminals, their intention is to let that happen. Because according to them, that is how to warn all of you and discipline all of you. So when people said that a lot of people watches Mayegun's Diary Politico, you better believe. You better believe. Because what we do on Mayegun's Diary Politico is to expose the propaganda behind everything you read from politicians, as well as the government. Scrutinize it very well. And it will shock you. That everything they have, or everything they represent, none of them is in your interest. It will shock you. Everything that politicians, especially this APC, what they represent is totally against you and against Nigeria. And the only way to force it is to keep you divided and then unleash violence, fear. So it is not by accident. It is not that... sorry, did somebody say no audio? Now, if you begin to notice that the audio is in any way acting up, please... I am fixated on my screen now. I am actually going to be paying attention to that so that I don't get lost for minutes again, because I can't even imagine how sad it is for 5 minutes. It is what APC represents. APC only came to do 4 things. Okay? They came to steal, which is to loot. They came to divide, which is to plant prejudices here and there. They came to destroy. Whatever they can't have, they will destroy. Then they came to kill. Those are the 4 things APC came to do. And that's exactly what they have been doing. Until we discovered that APC also came to divide Nigeria. They will force you to agree that you don't want to end up as Rwanda. We'll break up this country and save lives. Come and break it. Come and break it. Toba bi yida. Toba bi Tifnumbu da. Toba bi Bokwari da. Poke the bear. You don't need to issue threats. Okay? You don't need to issue threats on the people. Okay? You haven't noticed. You haven't. In places where they actually stood their ground, they won. Yeah, they won. And that disjointed criminal enterprise, they were able, without any resources, so nothing to fight, so they were able to retire the roguish career criminals. And some of them escaped. The one that carried the certificate of INEC now is not living in peace. Sure you get? So just poke the bear. DSS is not enough. Okay? NIA, Nigerian Army, and the rest of them. I said something earlier. I said that the reason why Nigeria is calm now is because Peter Obi wants Nigeria to be calm. If Peter Obi happened to be the likes of Bokwari or the likes of Tifnumbu that enjoys this kind of positivity, Nigeria go down the bond now. In 2011, when Buhari saw the crowd at his campaign. He was so confident that he was going to become president in 2011 that he said that if they rig that election again, because according to him, if he lost, they must have rigged it. This is a man that doesn't go to the south at all. He doesn't care about southern Nigeria. He just does his campaign in northern Nigeria, and he believed that they will make him president. Peter Obi, that they called an Igbo, sectional man. The guy motivated people who have no structure in Core North, Kaduna, Nasarawa. He caused them to defeat career politicians outside Igbo land. But Bokwari, when he contested in 2003, it was about the North. In 2007, it was about the North. In 2011, it was about the North. Even though he was speaking an Igbo deputy or Igbo vice, it was about the North. In 2011, you know what he said? He said if they rig the election again, monkey and baboon, they will be soaked in blood. Immediately he lost the election. They killed over 458 human beings, including 13 youth corpers. Because according to the his northern supporters, the infidels, they have rigged Buhari again. That's why they rigged for Goodluck Jonathan. The families of those killed, 458 human beings, because Buhari lost election in 2011. Go and check that. Nobody said, this Buhari is dangerous, so he cannot be president of Nigeria. Nadia Buhari, Tinubu invested all of his political gamble on. Now, the same Tinubu, as we speak today, doesn't enjoy that kind of coverage. It doesn't enjoy that kind of followership. Poke the bear. Arrest him. Don't send DSS. Don't say DSS should warn the media houses. So for now, they've warned all the media houses from inviting him. And they believe that any media house that invites Peter Obi is now complicit in helping Peter Obi, according to them, to spread fake news that is legitimizing Tinubu, that Tinubu is not enjoying the world reception that is expected of somebody that is the awaiting president of Nigeria. Tinubu is not enjoying that. And they blame Peter Obi media appearances on that. And they blame the obedient that if Nigeria go up in smoke, if people are being attacked, people are being killed, they should blame Obi for it because Obi decided to put a shadow over Tinubu's victory. That's exactly what they are saying right now. And in order to make sure that they set the stage for it, that's when you'll be seeing all those subtle messages. You will see them in the name of Igbo. You will see Igbo names that will be blaming Igbos, that will be blaming Peter Obi. See what Peter Obi has done to us now. We Igbos, we are loving people. We love Nigeria. Peter Obi is the one that came to start sharing politics of hate now. Now the Igbos, Igbos are endangered now. You will be seeing Igbo names on social media. Sure you get? And you'll be like, you'll be seeing hundreds, if not thousands of shares, of retweets, of comments. That people will be coming there and say, no, my brother, don't worry, you are safe. You are safe. This is the kind of Igbos we want in Nigeria, not IPOB. Have you seen them that they keep using IPOB? And they keep attaching it with Obi? Despite the fact that IPOB, Peter Obi, they have both come out, to deny having anything together. Obi publicly came out and said, Biafra is dead. Biafra agitation is gone. There's nothing about it anymore, which actually angered IPOB more. That how could you be this desperate, Obi, to say that Biafra is dead? Sure you get? So IPOB, that doesn't have anything to do with Obi, but when you look at all these people, when they start writing, they put Obi and IPOB together. It is deliberate. It is deliberate. It is to make all of you prepare your mind to help them justify what they are about to do. What they are about to do is that there is going to be a coordinated arrest. A lot of you on social media, you're going to end up in exile. A lot of you are doing obedient on social media right now. And a lot of people you've got so much influence. They call you influencers. They are going to come for you one by one. A lot of you are going to have to run away. So many of you won't have the chance of running away. And some of you will be like, no, we know they run anywhere. But I hope you are ready. So after that, as they are doing all of that, they will continue to pour out all these divisive messages. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And some of these messages will be shared by celebrities. Yes. You will see some of your celebrities, actors, actresses, pastors. They will be sharing some rhetorics that will be telling you that they are not happy that Nigeria is like this just because Obi lost election. Like, what is wrong in losing an election? It's, look at what Nigeria, this whole thing that is going on in Nigeria right now. I mean, Obi can still be president anyway. You'll be seeing celebrities sharing all of this. Sure you get? Well, let me tell you something. We have also devised a means. Sorry, somebody is disturbing my people there. If you see any of them, you can please let me know. And I will do some house cleaning soon, okay? But before we do any house cleaning, right, let me take you to somewhere that there are people that you should, in the coming days, protect them all. Protect them all. To everybody who knew that this whole thing would be a charade, that they will rig them out, and they will ask them to go to court, and they know they will rig them in court as well. And if they should go to the street to protest, they will turn their military on them and kill them. And because of that, you choose never to be part of it or participate in it at all. I don't want you to sit there and say, we told you so. No. This is not the time to say, I told you so. Okay? Please. Oh, we told you so. So you are obedient are crying. All of you are, you see, if you go out, this is not time to mock them because you might actually be mocking yourselves too. Because this is actually what you are either ready or prepared for. You are either prepared or unprepared for. The journey to breaking up of Nigeria is about to get fully activated, not by Nnamdi Kanu, not by Sunday Igbo, not by the Biafran agitators or the Yoruba Nation agitators or anybody. The breaking up of Nigeria is about to be activated by APC, Egbekegbe. They are living in a different world. In their world, every of these things don't exist. They are not threats. So if they kill people, nothing is going to happen. The most that will happen is you will all scream and shout, nothing will happen. They will arrest Peter Obi, nothing will happen. Abi? All of this are to prepare you for what is coming. So don't mock anybody. Because it's no longer about election anymore. It is about the division that they have caused. That they have also made sure that their uneducated or miseducated people are going into people's homes, attacking them because they are not Yoruba. Northern Nigeria didn't even do that. No matter what you think about them, no matter what you know about them, in Northern Nigeria, they did not stop one single Igbo person from voting. There is no record that in Northern Nigeria, they stopped non-Northerners, non-Hausa or Fulani or whatever you from participating in election in Northern Nigeria. But the most educated region, the most educated region, Yoruba land, we saw ourselves outside 2 days ago. Now, the result of that, which is the beginning of what is still to come, is what this woman is talking to here. I'll take you to that, their collation center. Take a listen.
I want to use this opportunity to address the world that this election is a sham. Election marked by violence. We reported this case in the past election and nothing was done. I want to tell you, Mr. Maje, the wreck, that you have failed the youth. You have failed the masses. You have not done the right thing.
Please have your seat. You will have your time. But kindly, madam, do not personalize these matters.
Yes, because we want to win and we expect according to the INEC electoral law, section 128, that it will be looked into and things will be. We lost people. Gruesome attack. People died. People died. They were disenfranchised from exercising their civic responsibility. It is not about winning or losing. It is about protecting the masses, the voters' rights. I want to say this. People went to vote and they were killed. They were killed. And as a result of this, a lot of things happened.
Madam, please, what is the point you are trying to make?
What I'm trying to say is that people were disenfranchised, number one. Number two, a lot of the polling units in Alimosho, in most of the local areas, Etiasa, in Pechuneki, we have over 1,000 polling units that they did not allow people to vote. People were suppressed, they were attacked, and then we are saying that I want to use this opportunity to address the world that this election
is a sham. Sorry, guys, I had to take a little break. This election is a sham, and it should have been cancelled. And when you know you've done something so bad, what should you do? Should you continue to poke the bear, profiling people? I'll play you a video, right? After all we saw in Lagos, which all of us have the evidence and record of, the APC, Egbekegbe, and their supporters gaslighting and blaming the Igbos, also gaslighting their fellow Yorubas, that they even have to kill one. They killed one Yoruba simply because they suspected that he was Igbo. They beat him to death. So what this simply means is that after all of this, they now come out to say, where is the rigging? Imagine somebody who saw all that happened and then turn around and look at you and say, but there is only one small problem here and there. Where is the rigging? When thugs took over the entire state, sent a fear across, they were watching, they were keeping quiet. When they now announced, when it was time for them to now announce the result, they wrote themselves. So they decided to act like they were surprised. Let me show you this first one. When Kolu, after the whole rigging, including that of Werewike and the rest, and Kolu was pretending, like, you know, when they say that you walk into a place, they surprise. They started acting surprised that they didn't know the results that Mahmoud was announcing. This is a flashback. Then I'll bring it to the present.
Action Alliance, AA, 14,542. African Action Congress, AAC, 14,608. ADC, Action Democratic Congress, 81,919. The Action Democratic Party, ADP, 43,924. All Progressives Congress, APC, 8,794,726. The All Progressive Grand Alliance, APGA, 61,966. Allied People's Movement, APM, 25,961. Action People's Party, APP, 12,839. Boot Party, BPAPP, 16,156. The Labour Party, LP, 6,101,533. New Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, 1,496,687. National Rescue Movement, NRM, 24,869. People's Democratic Party, 6,984,520.
So do you get that? Let's act like we are surprised that we are winning. Oh, we've won. You know that. That's exactly what Sonweku also did. After all the mayhem, the terrorism, the intimidation, the threats, including the killings of voters at Marina, Alaye just pretended that he's seeing the numbers for the first time. I have won. Congratulations on your mandate.
And also any defense number of votes cast. And meeting the requirements of the law is hereby declared the winner.
But how is it? How are you in Lagos? If you're watching me from Lagos, how is it today? I mean, when they declare Sanwo-Olu re-elected, when the Agberos claim to have now reclaimed Yoruba land back, how was the celebration today in your streets? How was it? Loud. But from my own report, they said that today in Lagos, that it actually looked like it's a public holiday or something. Or people were just so worried of what will happen, even after they announced Sanwo-Olu as reselected. The entire metropolis, people were just being careful. If I'm lying, tell me, Abi, because I haven't seen any video like we saw in Oyo State, like we have seen in Kaduna, the one that they are doing everything right now to change. I don't know if you heard about that. It's just, it's Kaduna that is just that there are others too. If the time will allow me to share them with you. Anyway, that is that. So I'm going to come back to you, the obedient, and what you have done. Even though you are going to see liars, manipulators, APC, Egbekegbe, you are going to see them call other people liars. Okay? But it is so ironical. It is so strange, right? That people who actually have no shame of taking responsibility, the people that blame other people, right, for what they are doing, shouldn't be the people you should listen to, should they? The people that will point at you and have you killed simply because they feel like you are a threat to whatever they believe in. The Nigeria they are taking you out to. All of you in Abuja, get ready. All those Abuja land that you said have been sold. So many of you that have built your houses in Abuja for a while. You know, Abuja gets Omonile too. They have their own Omonile problem, Abi. Now they will have to welcome this set of Omonile from Lagos. Majority of you in that metropolis and outskirts, when Kolu become your president, Elo Kosile, they will issue you another letter telling you that that your land, you need to come and do something about it. Or else, you have to move your house or property from it. All of you should get ready for that. Now, waiting go destroy Nigeria, burn down Nigeria. Now, waiting they go they do be that. Or how do you describe somebody who won an election and then they go ahead to start traumatizing the people that didn't vote them and even those who voted them, and they want to rule a country, but they are telling part of that country to go back to their region and leave the rest of Nigeria. So you can imagine what this is going to be like, Abi, or you don't yet. Don't worry. Oh my year. So in Kano, the obedient are not a threat to them in Kano. For some reason, now this guy be the threat. So he's Kwakwanso. So this is Rabiu Kwakwanso, the king of Kano. He delivered, you can call him the president of Kano. The 99% of his votes of 1.2 million that INEC allocated to him, they came from Kano. All the Federal House of Assembly seats, senator from Kano, he hold the majority. And today, he quickly put the Babariga Mobile Banking CEO, he put him in a state of confusion. For the first time, reality is downing on Gandola. The power is transient. Gandola announced a curfew because of in order to avoid any sort of wahala between the Kwakwanso supporters and Gandola supporters, so that can give them a window, like what they did in 2019, that they declared inconclusive election, rig it, and returned Gandola, despite the video of him collecting bribe in dollars from the road contract is awarded. It's called kickback from the contract. from the contractors who took a contract from him. Right. He rigged himself back, but he couldn't do that today. So somehow, they said Kano is no longer APC, Egbe. Just like Nnamani in Enugu, they are still wondering what happened. But for the obedient, even though you have fought your good fight and still fighting it, there are so many others who feels like, in fact, before I even come back to the obedient, let me quickly take you to Kaduna. There is a story in Kaduna and Adamawa that you should know. As part of their election and this, right? In Adamawa, the woman that printed the ballot papers for Nigeria elections, who is also running for governor, earlier today, should I say, the media was awash that Nigeria has elected the first woman governor. And it was going to be from Adamawa. Then the table turned in the afternoon when it was obvious that APC, Egbekegbe were rigging elections, falsifying figures. PDP was rigging elections, falsifying figures. The fight was how they are going to get all their figures in and make it official. So she was calling Abuja that they should talk to INEC. Oh, they are not taking this number. They are not taking this number result. Oh. But Fintiri, Atiku guy, was pretty much there too. Last. The woman lost. Oh. But APC, Egbekegbe, they have forced a rerun or something like that before they can choose a winner. In Kaduna Little Finger received a bloody nose as well. It didn't start today. Kaduna Little Finger that supervised the genocide of people of southern Kaduna because of their faith. El Rufaya of Kaduna got trounced 21 days ago or 22 days ago. When out of the 15 senators from Kaduna, 15 House of Rep members from Kaduna, El Rufaya could only struggle to rig for 3 of them, including his son. He lost 12. Even the Labour Party, 4 people tweeting in a room, they won a whole constituency, federal constituency in that same Kaduna. They have a representative from Kaduna, by the way. He lost the presidential election there too. But you know what happened? 2 days ago when they are doing their Charade election, El Rufaya believed he could beg the people of Kaduna. He was the first person to try that Muslim ticket. He rigged himself in. And then he told Tinubu, it is doable in Nigeria. Don't worry yourself. We can rig you in as well. So they did it. But he succeeded in ruling Kaduna with propaganda as well as terrorism. So if it seems that people want to shout that he's doing, they would just say Southern Kaduna is burning. Do you get that? He's done this for 4 years until 2 weeks ago. Sorry, a week ago. He apologized to the people of Kaduna that whatever he's done, they should blame him. They should not put it on the, what do you call it? The sex actor, Sonny Uba. Do you know, like I told you before, Sharia. Now, the Olori Buruku poor people in northern Nigeria, they believe in Sharia. Sharia law is for the Olori Buruku fanatical northerners. Sharia is not for their criminal leaders. You see that Uba Sonny? His video is on social media where he was naked with an underage girl. Sure you get. And guess what? They did everything to take it down. They did everything to make sure that they arrested everybody who ever shared that video. But they are so angry that they have to stone a young girl. They have to stone her to death because he says something insulting their prophet on a WhatsApp group. Sure you get. So this bunch of hypocrites, he told them, he said, whatever I have done, blame me. Don't blame this porn actor, the one that's going to be your next governor. Just like in Adamawa, They have been pulling string and pulling string and pulling string to force an inconclusive election in Kaduna as well. They've lost almost the seat of, the status of assembly seat. He needed that governorship seat to protect all his atrocities and then his terrorism. If Tinubu, if Tinubu should be sworn in and he become president, El Rufaya will run to Abuja for presidential protection and this usually APC Egbekegbe protection. But they will have to live in Nigeria with Kolu. Majority of them, if we see them outside Nigeria, now that they don't have any immunity and all of that, they will not return to Nigeria. Some of you don't know what you are up to yet. You are about to enter a new new dimension of public approval. You are just about to see something. And as they say that if you find yourself, if you find yourself in a pit, in a hole, the ideal thing is for you to stop digging. APC, Egbekegbe, the party of hate, the party of tribal bigots, the party of divisive entities, the party of criminal entities, the party of horrible, unpatriotic criminals, entitled rogues. All the actors and all what they committed, including Boko Haram. They will have to stay in Nigeria, remain in Nigeria, and die in Nigeria. Majority of them, they will leave Nigeria. They will return to Nigeria with what we are going to do for them outside Nigeria. We know that an average Nigerian that is listening to these rogues is a walking time bomb. But to diffuse them, we will neutralize your leaders. We will. And everything that we are going to use to neutralize all these Nigerian leaders, including Tinubu, they are those who are going to supply them. The one that will nail El Rufaya in Kaduna is supply them for us already. All it takes right now to make all of them to start looking at their back, looking their shoulder, wherever they go to, is for people to actually activate them now. And we will activate them. So yeah, some of their criminal enslaved rogues on social media, they have already started sending threats. Share you get that? I'm going to share something with you quickly before we continue. And some of you who are obedient, you may not know what you have done, and you may not know what you have changed, and you may not understand why they are reacting this way. They are so kind of hungry that they don't care if Nigeria will burn. You don't know what you have done. Me, Mayegun, the one where we say I'm just Mayegun. Sure, you know, I am not supposed to be anybody's problem. I talk about the criminals. Nobody should see me as anything, right? In their own camp, are you with me? They are looking for. I mean, there's one that said, if Mayegun, you this Mayegun. We know that, no, hang on, I'm going to go look for that message. I want to say it word for word, okay? I want to say it word for word before I continue. Please bear me, indulge me, okay? So there's one that said, me, I know you from day one. You are a friend of Nnamdi Kanu. Let me see if I can share that with you. Let's see if I can share. Now, look at this. A young man, that may not be his name, maybe a fake name, it may be a real name. Well, now it said, me, I know you from day one. You are a friend of Nnamdi Kanu. Now I know where you belong. I will tell you today, any day you come over to Nigeria, you will never go back. You will never go back well. Believe me. So this is somebody who, one of them that I actually pick, because I wanted to share, I wanted to let you see what they have done to our young people, especially in Yoruba land. You see this person, when he looks at me, Mayegun, when he sees Mayegun, he is made to believe that I am more dangerous than the people that are ruining Nigeria. Here you get. And there are many. They are watching me right now. So when I look at it, I felt so sorry for him that it could be so brainwashed that his rage and anger is not towards the people that made Nigeria what it is. But Mayegun, me. And the reason why I am the problem is because I am talking about what the leaders of Nigeria are doing. So they've managed to make him a walking time bomb. Now, he believes that if he does something to me, right, as a young person that he is, right, he believes that if he should do something to me, even if he has to kill me, Mayegun, he is doing the right thing. Do you know why he's feeling so? Because politicians told him that people like Mayegun, they are the enemy. Not the people that are telling people in Nigeria to go back to where they come from because they're not supporting a particular political party or a candidate. He's a Yoruba man, okay? He's a young man, right? So I really felt so sorry for him or people like him, okay? If there is insecurity in Nigeria and I talk about it, Mayegun is not the cause of the insecurity. That 140 million Nigerians are living in abject poverty today. It's not because of Mayegun, but Mayegun is talking about it. Abi? When you see, whatever I speak about, I am not actually I'm not directly affected. But you see, this young man, if it doesn't, they don't need to pay him money, okay, before he can hurt somebody like me, if he should get his hand on me, or anybody like myself. Do you now understand what I mean by turning people to a walking time bomb? There are more like him like that. They look at me. They don't want to think about what Nigeria has become. They don't want to think, those who are responsible for them. But when they look at me, they see problem. Because their leader said, that person who is telling you to ask questions, that boy that is always telling you that your leader, he doesn't like your leader. He's a sellout. He's a Yoruba, but he doesn't support Ashiwaju. If you have a chance to see him anywhere, you are supposed to deal with him. Do you get that? That is the damages the politicians have done to us. That is what we have to deal with as a people. Because it's no longer about the Igbos or not. So obedient. I know they are playing their abracadabra in Abia and Enugu. We know why. Nnamani don't fall. I said it is only violence and then a bribery and crookedry that they are going to actually use to escape your wave. But in the process of doing that, they're going to enrage you more. Remember, I told you that. Now, this is for you, because I don't know how to explain to you what you have done. I can say this clearly. This is how we feel and express ourselves to all of you obedient, watching Mayegun and presently in the Temple of Truth. You did well.
Dabulabi, number one, unstoppable, the statement maker, hit maker, the unbeatable. Dabulabi, number one, unstoppable, the statement maker, hit maker, the unbeatable. Dabulabi,
the bliss maker, the unbeatable, the statement maker, the troublemaker, the violence maker, the disruptor, the ones that turned the shining light of the east to the candlelight of Enugu. That, you know, shining light, you can't cover it. But candlelight, if you just do, obedient wave was just like, and Chimaroke Nnamani, Otidologbe. Another thing you have achieved is that even though they are delaying you in Abia, Umaya, Aba is in Abia, Abi. Aba is in Abia. Oka is in Anambra. Onitsha is in Anambra. Aba make. From Aba. you have elected the obedient governor. If all the Igbos outside Igbo land that are being gaslighted and that are going to be the victims of what Tinubu and gang are planning, if you have no way of returning back to Eastern Nigeria because you've not been in your state, you are from Imo, you are from Anambra, you are from Ebonyi, you are from where is Enugu, but you don't know how to go in. I hope they also declare you Enugu for labor as well. Now, as obedient as Igbos, you can use Abia as your entry point. Use Abia as your business return to Eastern Nigeria. Use Abia as your own launching pad back to your region. Use Abia as the rejuvenation of the strength of the Biafra. Use Abia. If others are not agreeing yet, if others are not falling in, use Abia. The obedient have paved the way there for you. If you are wondering how am I going to go back to Igbo land, how am I going to, where do I start from? All my business. You don't have to do it right away. Or you can start the process. If you are wondering, use Abia. Because it's like somebody like me returning back to Yoruba land. And I have to look for any opportunity in any part of Yoruba land where I can start all over. And factor in so many other things. Nigeria will destroy a lot of things that you own that currently make you think maybe we can still work something out about Nigeria. You are about to enter an era where you come from this time around will determine how much danger you are in. I am saying this to you. It's not because I want you to be scared. I want you to be prepared. I want you to stop lying to yourself. I want you to stop living an alternative reality because this reality is so scary. I want you to stop and I want you to get prepared. It's not because I wish it. I am not the one who is fueling the terrorist APC politicians, thugs. I am not. I have no control now to get them, to chain them. The people who commissioned them, they didn't commission them by accident. It's deliberate and it is gradual. What you witness in Lagos and what you are witnessing in Lagos right now is what they are preparing the entire Nigeria for. And wherever you are, they will just hate you for no reason. Usually they will tell you election has come and gone, it's over, let's move on. Don't listen to them. You are going to continue to see messages that you have been seeing in the last 7 years, and you're going to see them worse. As for us, the Yorubas, they are ready for us too. Shebi, now you know they take care. Hear anything Yoruba. Don't insult Yoruba. Don't insult Yoruba. I'm not in support of all this nonsense. Please don't insult Yoruba. You are going to begin to see posts on social media with Igbo names. They will insult Yoruba to rile you up because they need you to justify what they are about to do in Nigeria. But you know something? Like I said, the breaking up of Nigeria is not going to come from all of us that are pointing out all this danger. They're going to come from the overconfidence of these criminals who right now, they don't think anybody has anything to stop them. Yes, they are scared, but it's manageable. Spread some fear. Do this, do that. Pay some people. Arrest some of them. They will calm down. That is where the mistake lies. People will die. Because these criminals are plotting something terrible, people will die. So the ideal thing I can say to you or tell you is to get you prepared. Maybe in Enugu, they want to rob them. They are begging the Nigeria INEC to please don't tamper with our result. Don't change our results. In Enugu, 3 senators. Labour Party controls 2. Out of 12 or so, 9 or so reps, they control 7. They've taken over the state already. Out of the House of Assembly they have there, they are already controlling about 70% of the elected members now. But you see that governor, go, in Enugu, is what is making, and they have postponed the 2 of them because they figure out that suddenly PDP just brought in some fake votes and they want to add them to a particular local government, which makes it, what happens is that they now have more votes than accredited voters. So they now say they are going to sort it before they make announcement. Abia, I keep telling you Abia, Anambra is there, I know, but Solu Dump has now turned to a terrorist himself. He has started picking people up using the Interpol. He's not using DSS. So they will use Interpol to pick so many of you up, and they will say, you are Yahoo boys. You have been doing internet scam. They have been looking for you for internet this and that. Interpol will come, and they will use all of that to pick so many people. Some, they will call you. You better stop all the nonsense you are tweeting. We are DSS, we are coming for you. So Soludo is already doing that. So the people of Anambra are now saying they are counting days for him. Okay? But if you want to go back to Eastern Nigeria, you can go through all of this. So whether you are from Imo, go back to Imo State and invest there. Return your investment to Imo. If you are from Anambra, return your investment to Anambra. Spread them across the East if you can, right? If you are from Ebonyi, take your investment back to Ebonyi. Gradually and gradually. Begin that now, right? Call a valuer, estate surveyor. Let them look at all your properties, your estates. Landed properties in Lagos, across, outside the Eastern Nigeria. Call valuers to value all of them. Or if you already know your value, right? Now begin the process of a transition. The process of transition is that you begin to transfer a certain amount of your assets to Eastern Nigeria. You don't need to do it right away. So the Igbo Union, the Igbo Traders Union in Lagos, they released a statement that they will begin the gradual and systemic, process of moving all of the Igbo spare part businesses in Lagos and outside Igbo land. They will begin the process of moving them back to the east now, gradually and gradually. So you see this idea, it may sound somehow, but you need to bring your market, your goods close to the buyers. No, you don't have to. You don't have to. If what you have to sell is demanded, is needed in real demand, even if you're going to take 2 days for the whole world to reach your destination, to come and buy it, they will put together a journey trip to come to where you are. They said that Eastern Nigeria is landlocked, Abi. No wala. Begin to transfer your assets gradually. Somebody said, the reason why he believed that this Mayegun is the enemy of Nigeria is because this Mayegun is not uniting people. He's always talking about to divide people. Do you hear that? It's called gaslighting. Okay? The people that are saying that are the same people who are saying Igbo should go back to where they come from. Do you get that now? Now, advising the Igbos to tell them that they mean it. Oh, this time around, it's not like every other year, every other election year. Oh, look at me very well. This is not like every other election year. After 1 week, everybody move on. They have made up their mind that what happened now, that an Igbo man with audacity decided to run for president of Nigeria. How dare he? Now he has brought in ridicule to the establishment. They must stop that no Igbo would dare single-handedly think he wants to be president of Nigeria. To do that, they need to replicate something that is closer to what they did in 1967 to 1970. That is why they are repeating everything that happened during that time and they continue to push the blame on the Igbos, if you fall for it, my children are born here, we are not living here. I'm not saying you should leave. I am saying, if you have never thought about it, if you have been one of those who believe that Igbo land is landlocked, you cannot make the same or become that same successful. The same way you are successful outside Igbo land. If you have been believing that too, I am advising you to have a rethink before you lose everything. These guys are hiring your properties here and there. They wish they are their own. They have blacklisted and they are doing everything to blacklist and blackname Yorubas. We have our own way of fighting back. Oh, make I no lie you. We are going to get all of them. Especially those of them who are living abroad. That are living abroad and they are sending the message of division. These vile messages on social media. We have developed another technique that we are just collating information right now. You are in London, Abi. You are in the UK. Abi, you are posting Yoruba Ronu. Yoruba Ronu. The Igbos, they are own too much. We must teach the Igbos a lesson. The Igbos want to take over Yoruba land. You are in London, Abi. They will soon chap your door. You are in America, Canada. You have been a king. Omo Yoruba tata. Omo Yoruba rere. Fortif numbu. Abi, we will get you. We know they are going to push a lot of you to further push that narrative. You are pushing a narrative that can start a genocide in Nigeria. And you are justifying that because according to you, how dare Igbos run to say they want to be president? You brought in a Muslim ticket. Then you blame the Igbos for not voting for a Muslim ticket. Therefore, they caused ethnic tension religious tension in Nigeria. An Igbo man said he wants to be president. You blame them that they have caused ethnic division in Nigeria because an Igbo man said he wants to be president. You sat in London, you sat all over the world. You are fueling ethnic division, tribal war in Nigeria. Your digital footprints, we are keeping record. In fact, we hope that Kalu will be that president. Then you can become a full-blown bigot. They will get you. I'm not going to say they will deport you. They don't have to deport you. You will serve the jail for your incitement. This is not 1967. If you see any Yoruba on social media, just take a look at them. When they post anything divisive, if you see them living abroad, before they delete them, I want to beg you to please screenshot them. Save those posts. If anybody abroad forward a message to you on WhatsApp that Igbo this, Igbo that, we will have to do this and that, they are inciting you. What they are doing is that they want to help APC to start something that we won't need guns to carry out. It is called hate. It's already there. We have already seen it. They are already telling us that some Yorubas are not real Yorubas because they are not supporting APC. So they are already saying that some Yorubas, they don't look like Yorubas. They look like Igbos. Before they begin to point our people to kill them, before they realize, Yobani, sorry, why did the guy even look like Igbo? We didn't know that he's Yoruba. He should have told us that he's Yoruba. We wouldn't have killed him. Before we get to that stage, some smart Igbos are already taking steps like this.
Is my Nigerian passport. And it doesn't even matter whether I am Igbo, Yoruba, or Hausa. The bottom line is I am Nigerian. And that comes first. Nigeria has failed us. We have hoped for a better country. My wife is Yoruba, and I never intended for Peter Obi to be the leader of Nigeria because he is Igbo. But I wanted him to be the president because of what he has to offer, what he brings to the table for Nigerians. And for that reason, because of what has transpired in this last election, from today I refuse to be associated with anything regarding Nigeria. This is my passport. Nigeria is a failed state. Nigeria is a failed nation. telling Igbos to go back to where they come from. Are you people stupid? Are you all mad? Are you all crazy? Nigeria is a failed state.
That's not an Igbo man, right? I'll share with you another one.
Good evening, fellow Nigerians. Having critically observed the way and manner the Nigerian election has been conducted so far, I have come to the conclusion that Nigeria can never be redeemed. As a result, I have decided not to be associated with anything called Nigeria. In order to buttress my assertion, I hereby destroy my Nigerian passport. Thank you. God bless. Good evening, fellow.
That is the future of Nigeria that APC is taking you. You know, they've told us many times, if you don't like what we are doing, leave Nigeria, go to another place. Now we get this Nigeria. Yeah, they've told us that many times. And if we should show up, they will kill us. Yeah, they've told us. You think you can sit down abroad and be talking about our leader and be condemning our leader and be talking like that? Eh? If they burn you well, you come back. Come back here. Come and say what you are saying here. The people that are actually the victims of these same criminals. No, we won't come. We don't all have to come. Not all of us have to come. But you see these coming days and weeks and months, you will sit down there in that concentration camp, that's contraption where your criminal leaders have boxed you, and you are going to watch us mobilize globally. That even your leaders, they won't want to come anywhere abroad again. Do you know that? They won't want to. We will do everything to make sure that Anise Tinubu will never get legitimacy. We know what he represents. He represents the vision, evil. When I say evil, I'm talking about people who don't give a damn if people have to die, as long as they can get what they want. As long as they get what they want, you can die. But we're not going to die without a fight. So we're not coming there. We'll wait for them here. We'll mobilize against them abroad. And you see all those Abrodian Buhari idiots, Abrodian Buhari didn't. Just like everybody has the right. They should show up too. You know what I mean? They should group them and they should come around and defend these criminals when we start coming for them. I mean, they won't kind of fancy coming abroad anymore. Trust me, they won't fancy it. You know why? Because everything they are going to be doing will keep majority of you on the street for the next 4 years. Relentlessly, non-stop. And as for us, we will ensure that legitimacy, Tinubu will never get it. They can spend everything to buy it for him. We know the evil he represents, and very soon it will start manifesting and manifesting. When they start manifesting like that of Bukwari, even you will run. You won't be able to defend them. And that is why they say a civilian dictatorship is worse. In Kano, in Plateau State, see how happy these people seems when it was announced that APC, they are gone from their own states. It was like a relief. See them shouting, thank you, Jesus. They don't know what shege PDP is coming to show them. Oh, PDP used to control the state. Oh, sure you get. But at least the shege that APC have shown them in 8 years, they were thanking Jesus that they are going to go to bed. Tomorrow, they can start counting days that they will not see APC again. Do you imagine what kind of shege a government would have done to our people, that they prefer the party they rejected before coming to them? And then do you see do you know how depressed a lot of people who tried that in different other places and they didn't succeed? Do you see how depressed they were? They are declaring winner. The whole place looked like people were mourning or somebody died. Do you know the pain inside of people like that? APC is evil. I will keep reminding you. There is this. I think these are the Kaduna people who are already celebrating. But the person who is holding the key to their final celebration at El Rufaya, who has refused to let INEC announce results to. So they say 6 o'clock. It's more than 10. It's over. I mean, it's past 10 o'clock right now. But they still haven't what? From Kaduna. They were celebrating, but still not official, is it?
Reinforcement the office.
No? Kowane party ne result din sun wargaza shi sun fara ba wani result sun wargaza shi drafting result din shi mun kama su suna danna kuriya na APC gashi ana danna
abu kace mun ne ka dake na kuce mala gashi kana ne kana dan gola da hannunka kana ce mun kuce
gashi ku gani Toriya gashi nan wannan menene kisa muna irga daga nan same su kai karka mana taurin kai mana to karka taurin kai gashi nan karka mana taurin kai cewa shaku sun zo ka fara zabe iska duk sun ciccika wannan abubuwan mun kama ku asirin ku ya tonu wallahi mun kama ku asirin ku ya tonu gashi nan dukkan sun zo suna cika ana karki gudu duk zamu ai ba ku bane duk zamu gudu zo ina kije zo koma
They say the level, the kind of rigging that happened in northern Nigeria. As all of you are saying, you are queuing to vote, From that place, you're just on printing every printed ballot paper. APC, PDP. You know what I mean? That's how they vote over there. Sure. But you see, this pastor is one of those who strongly believe that if Tinubu is sworn in and he becomes the president of Nigeria, is that baby say God no love Nigeria, or God just wanted that? But he doesn't want that. So he's one of those who believe that if God loves Nigeria and doesn't want Nigeria to break up, it will stop Tinubu. I'm so sorry. The Nigerian God is not real. Sure you get. But I am not here to question your faith. Pastor, what?
He said there are many devices in the heart of a man. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. That shall stand. Whatever be the counsel of the Lord, let it what? Whatever be the counsel of the Lord, let it what? If the person that has been declared is the will of God and the choice of the people, let nothing stop him. Allah, what a good prayer. There's a second part of the prayer. We are praying it together. If the person that has been declared is the will of God and the choice of the people of this nation, may nothing stop him. No anger, no hatred, nothing. Stop him from accessing the throne. But if he is not, if he is not the will of God for this land and not the choice of the people, let nothing cause him to access the throne. Nothing. We wish everybody well. If the one that has been declared, lift your voice and say, Father, if the one that has been declared in our nation is the will of God and the choice of the people, let nothing stop him from accessing the throne. Let nothing stop him from accessing the throne. But if he is not the will of God and the choice of the people, let nothing cause him to access the throne. Say there are many devices. Let nothing stop him from accessing the throne. Let nothing stop him from accessing the throne. But if he is not the will of God and the choice of the people, let nothing cause him to access the throne. Let nothing. Open your mouth and pray. Father, if the one that has been declared over our nation is the will of God and the choice of the people, let nothing stop him from accessing the throne. Let nothing stop him from accessing the throne. But if he is not the will of God, let nothing move him to.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
thank you, Lord. What shall I say? Thank you, Lord.
Is thank you, Lord. Anything where anybody gets right now to prevent the repeat of this all over Nigeria. You see the agbero, the bottle, the lebe, it controls them. You see that poor girl hawking, the chain holds her. You see the royal father with white cap and the rest, his chain holds them. You see the judges that are supposed to be fair and all that, his chain holds them. Even the police that is supposed to be, carrying out what have you, his chain holds them. That is why Agbero and the police in Lagos, exactly, right? In Lagos, they are like two arm of government security, two arm of security of Tinubu's clan. Now, you see at the back of him, that's the entire government of Lagos State, the whole building, and everybody waiting inside the building. Anything government in Lagos State, local government everywhere, you see the chain, he holds them. So you can understand where that pastor is coming from. That if it's the will of God, if it's the will of this or that, some will day, maybe say yourself, go say, oh, maybe this will not be my will. But with all of this, Nigeria is a messed up place, okay? It is not all gloom, okay? For example, this man made a lot of people to what? To defeat the almighty APC in Kano. And they are so grateful to him. Sure you get. This young girl, right? She got elected into the House of Assembly in Kwara. His name is Rukayat Shitu. Now, Rukayat Shitu, as I was told, a daughter of a politician in Kwara State. somebody who has been possibly making other people, politically, and this time around he decided to just choose his brilliant daughter, young, 26 years old, and she went out there to campaign. She didn't want to be special advisor to anybody. She didn't aspire to be a vuvuzela to politicians on social media. She actually ran under APC, Egbe, and she is now a lawmaker elect, House of Assembly member elect from Kwara State. You see, it's not all gloom, gloom. I mean, it's not all gloom. Sure, you get. Because if you have to deal with APC, people who don't take responsibility, they blame everybody for their own. They blame everybody for their misfortune, but themselves, sure you get, to an average APC, impoverished, brainwashed. Mayegun is the enemy of Nigeria. Sure you get. Some of them, especially on Facebook, right? Do you know that they actually would rather build a propaganda around somebody like me so that I can be shut down, I can be shut up, and I can stop talking about their leaders, and they can continue to enjoy their slavery without complaining? The Boko Haram is not haram. The forceful marriage of underage girls is not haram. The poverty, especially in northern Nigeria, is not haram. Kidnapping, rigging, looting, they are not haram. But if you criticize our leader, that is haram. With somebody like this, like I said, where do I know Muhammadu Hussaini? Muhammadu Hussaini, from nowhere, somebody that what he wrote about me is enough to justify my own fear that made me say, if you love Nigeria, break it up. If it is not because of Nigeria, I mean, if it's not because of Nigeria, I'm waiting to concern me with Muhammad Hussaini. That he took my picture, went on Facebook, and he wrote, this boy, he called me a boy, is number one enemy of Nigeria. He is using his page to promote hatred and violence in this country. That is an example of gaslighting. For those of you who have been hearing gaslighting, sure you get. This is an example of it. This person, according to his name, which I possibly would think, sometimes if you look at it very well, it may be a Yoruba boy hiding behind them, Muhammadu Hussaini, to make it look like another name. Then he put my picture there to attract comment from his friends from northern Nigeria. So they can look at me and say, oh, so Baba, this guy is the problem of Nigeria, Sha. So this guy is number one enemy. So this guy is the one that told the Igbos to go back to where they come from. So this guy is the guy that forced Nigeria to become indebted to the tune of 70 trillion, over 100 billion naira. I mean dollars. I didn't know. So it is this boy, Mayegun, that has been causing the kidnappings, collecting ransom, and at the same time, breaking into prison to free terrorists. So he's our number one enemy. He is. So it's because of this boy that they devalued our naira. So you see that? It's called gaslighting. Sure you get? Because all it takes is for him to put this out, put my photo on it, and those who know Mayegun very well, who have been worshiping their criminal leaders, they can jump in and say, hey, now, we will work to block his page. Sure you get that? Look at that name. You can't say if it's Igbo, if it's Yoruba, if it's anything. These are the fake IDs I told you about. And they are purposely on social media to drop messages like this. Sure you get? It is all setting the stage. Sure you get? It is all setting the stage for the eventual violence, chaos that they are going to unleash. Now, when you now say, why are you doing all of this now? They will say, don't you see the Igbos? The Igbos are the problem. They say, how are they the problem? They said that everywhere they go, they want to dominate. Everywhere they go, they will say it's no man's land. Everywhere. I say, is that why you are doing all of this? Yes, we are saving our land. We are protecting our land. Do you understand that politics? Or do you want me to explain it more? So I am not new. This is what they are doing. So if I have told you what they are planning for Peter Obi in a larger scale, I hope this explains it, Abi. No be me. No be me devalue Naira. No be me. They pack Nigeria crude oil. Stealing almost 1 million barrel of crude oil every day from Nigeria. It wasn't me. I am not the one who put 140 million Nigerians in multi-dimensional poverty. It wasn't me. Yeah? But to gaslight, just same thing like Obi. Obi is not the one who flew the flag of Muslim religion. Obi is not the one that called non-Christians infidel. Obi is not the one, right, that said the Milokon. But gaslighting is, you see all these obedient, they are so insulting. They will cause war in this country. Disobedient, they are so dangerous. But you are attacking them. You are killing them. You are cutting off their hand. You are breaking their legs. We are seeing pictures. And you said because they are saying something on social media, they are more dangerous. That is called gaslighting. They do it to me. Sure you get. But your papa, no be today, go ask your uncles. Your uncles who started this whole shenanigan, this mad journey from 2015. Your papa, your mama, they begotten their wiris that gave birth to some of you wiris, Go and ask them about my yegun gaslighting me. If we catch you, if I see you, your papa no fit do anything. If you see me, Baba, Isaju Oju, Isaju Ejo, kò ní jẹ́ ká tẹ ejò mọ́lẹ̀ láyé. Tó bá rí mi, wàá máa gbọ̀n ni. Oh, Bieda, I don't want to know who you are. I don't care how big you think you are. You may be raging and all of that because of these criminals. How about buying your father, your forefathers, I remember. Until they gave up. I am trying to save you, save myself, save our future. These criminals will mortgage them, bond them, and they won't give a damn about any of us. So you can gaslight everybody you want as you like. So you can gaslight everybody as you want. Threaten them. I have been told that I no go last 7 days before. You know, that's how despicable these criminals in the APC are. They told me, you might agree if you don't stop, I give you 7 days. You will see what will happen. That's the weary. Sleeping in a one room, mosquito infested, no light, each room. The weary with mental problem, defending APC. He's on social media telling me, you see my egun, you will see what will happen. I will let you know that the God that I serve. I said, do you know people have told me on social media that you this my egun, I will show to you that I serve a living God. Do you think you are untouchable, Abi? Every day, you'll be abusing all these people. Don't you have any respect? Somebody need to teach you a lesson. You this mayegun. And you will see what will happen. I say, with a mental problem. You serve a living God, do. So you want to tell your Nigerian God to do what to me? Because of the people that put you in a terrible situation? So people have said a lot. So, and I am saying this to all of you. Whether you are obedient or you are not obedient. Their target of propaganda of division is targeted at everyone. And the purpose is to rile you up. So that when they start their killings, for real, you will justify it and say, I read it somewhere. I read it somewhere that the Igbos said they are going to take over all Yoruba land. They are going to chase all the Yoruba Oba. So when they chase all the Yoruba Oba, they will now bring Eze, Shuku, Ugoji, to come and become what? Oba of Lagos, Abi, Alaafin of Oyo. They will bring who? To come and be, they will bring Igbos to come and be Awujale of Ijebu Kingdom. Abi land the world they are coming to take, chase your Oba. So they played you, for those of you who bought it. But I'm saying this to you right now that wherever they have fed you with in the last few months or years, the hate and everything they've put in you, that they are now passing on and blaming other people because they are talking about it. Ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness the worst of APC. And I hope you are ready. They won't arrest Peter Obi right away, so calm down. Now, small. All of them go come say more. Let's say they go arrest this guy soon. Oh. Because how could you say somebody who ran for a position of president of a country should not be seen to be granting interview? Because his interview is to delegitimize your winning. You didn't win. You said he should go to court. He went to court, so you don't want to see him. You don't want him to talk about it. If you ask me, my own prayer be say, may you carry him. Everything just explode. The only person that is keeping peace in Nigeria right now, graveyard peace, no peace. There's no peace for the wicked. No peace. Graveyard peace. Na Peter Obi. And if you are tired of that, continue to spread your hateful messages. The Yorubas, we are going to make sure that the rest of the world actually knows you, that you don't speak for us. Yorubas are not going to keep quiet simply because they are Yorubas and they don't want to oppose in public. They will have to complain in private or cry in private. That era is long gone. We will identify you. Yes, we will identify you. It's not a threat, It's a threat, Sure you get. The next coming days, we are going to build profile on so many of you. If you receive any message from anybody abroad, whether the person is Igbo or the person is Yoruba, that send you any divisive messages, incite you against anyone, publicly or codedly, we will collect all those information. Wherever they are living abroad, they will build cases against them. Trust me, you will not start that killing that APC want to start in Nigeria. You won't succeed because Nigeria is not Lagos. We're equal everywhere. Sure you get. Yes, you go get upper hand. Upper hand is that you have the oppressive tool of the government of Nigeria to use them to hunt and oppress Nigerians themselves, right? But you will realize that we're equal Nigeria. Sure you get. I'm going to what happened to that one that is mad? Why is he angry like that? They say he's from Kebbi. He's talking about their problem from Kebbi. But he's looking like somebody who can kill somebody. Yes, now he's saying he will kill anybody if nobody listens to him. Sure you get. And I will be here to remind you. If you join them in spreading any of these hate, you are culpable. And there are laws, especially here in the UK. If you sit down here, even if you don't know what this means, even if you are British with your British passport, you see all those vile, hateful things you have shared on social media, we are taking them up. They will call you. A lot of you are going to jail. You can laugh right now. You are watching me, you are laughing. You this agba I'm telling you, don't worry. Continue posting those things on social media. Continue, even if you think you are hiding under fake name. You sit down in London. You are sending what do you call it? Genocidal messages back to Yoruba land, to Igbo land, asking people to what? To do what? Trust me, we will find you. You will answer for whatever you are up to. Digital footprint is what's part of it's part of this underground work to help in a way to manage what APC is planning in Nigeria. It's evil. I don't know the other way to explain it to you. It is evil, right? Telling you to defend yourself, do this and that is not enough. It is actually for us to scream and shout, let the world know, and stop them. Because the consequences of it, it will consume all of us. So sit down there for your America, okay? Some of you are even making videos, Abi. You are feeling cool. All these Igbos in Yoruba, kill them, John. You are sitting abroad, you are making videos. Have you? You have not heard about Adeyinka grandson. Have you? You've heard about Adeyinka grandson? No, you haven't. Continue. Sure you get. Murasi. You know all those things, You will explain yourself at some point. And Tinubu, APC, Egbekegbe in Nigeria, they will not be able to help you. Murasi, go and open fake accounts and continue to spread the message of Igbo this, Igbo that. Open different fake accounts. Some in Igbo names, some in Yoruba names, some in Hausa names. Abi, you are sitting abroad. You are sending them here and there. These Yorubas are dirty. Yorubas are so this and that. Then other people will come and say, you see this Igbo man saying Yorubas this and that now, not knowing that the person behind the whole thing is actually a Yoruba man or Yoruba woman who is a coward, hiding behind fake names to spread these messages. We have seen and have uncovered many of you. How many of you know that one they call Folorunsho Shaw on Twitter? She Folusho abi Funsho, Ifa Funsho on Twitter. That one that used the image of this African American artist. There are some of you mumus are going on Twitter to dance surugede under his post. Is one Islamic one Muslim fanatic living in Ibadan, and majority of you have become the friend of one Ifa Funsho on Twitter. Abi? Ifa Funsho on Twitter. Very talented girl. Very educated girl. I love Yorubas. Yoruba girls that are good in history. Oh, she is a Pan-Africanist. All of you who drank that Zobo for years, now you understand what it means to set up a propaganda machine on social media. I'm glad that the obedient are always up to the task. They unravel the guy. The guy is one Islamic fanatic, one useless fanatic from Ibadan. Very useless. If you look at him, you will feel sorry for him. And there are many, many like that. With women picture, with young boys, fine boys picture. Some of them are women. Some of them are men. Holder to be your mother, your father in some instances. Using young people's profile on social media to spread AIDS. In this time we have now, the best place for you to enjoy your hatred, powered by APC, Egbekegbe, is in Nigeria. If you are living abroad, Abi, and you want to say, I'm just reacting, it's because you will go and tell them that it's because the Igbo said no man's land. Adeyinka grandson asked the Yorubas to burn down Igbo properties, Igbo businesses and shops, and said the Igbos should leave Yoruba land. He kept repeating that. He felt like he was popular on social media. He was on social media and he was like, hey. But when the time came, 4 solid years he will be in jail for calling the Yorubas to attack Igbos. So you are sitting there because of Tinubu Abi. We will get you. We will find you. Then we'll raise a case against some of you. When your source of income, where you are staying, when there is a threat against that, your source of income, and in fact, everything you stand for wherever you are, you will realize that Tinubu, APC, that you have sworn to continue to listen to their propaganda and all that, they won't be able to save you. You will return back to that Nigeria to go and enjoy that useless, murderous, what do you call it, government that you are putting up there. Emurasi gidigan. The people that are hunting and they're searching everywhere, they will get you. They will profile everything. We will use the back-end digital footprints to get to know where and where you are located, where you are. We will find you. Sure you get? This is just not a threat. It's a warning. And I can't wait on this platform to share some of this success with you when we begin to pick some of these criminals up. It's just put up a case, report them at your own. I'll show you all of that at some point, okay? So once you check, there's something you check. Once you check where and where they are tweeting or posting anything from, and what they have posted is incitement. Once you get the location, you just have to use that location, all right? Add it to part of the petition that we have already readily prepared, and then you will forward it to the police in that city. That's all you need to do. will teach you. Police all over the world, they will be receiving a complaint, petitions from Nigerians all over the world about the people living in their city. If you are living in London, all of us from all over the world will follow the same process. That particular London police, metro police and all that, they will receive that petition and the evidence of your social media terrorism. So if you don't know Adeyinka grandson, I will leave you with that. Go and read about him. And then you, Egbon, Emurasi. I'll see you some other time. Odaro.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Mayegun diary, diary politico.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń gba rìbá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o àyè.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní má ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Ha! Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ túnra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.